of people, places, and perspectives. Welcome to Eyes on Eve, a special series spotlighting women leaders around the islands of the Bahamas and their work in the community as they continue to agitate for social and economic empowerment. This series is brought to you by the National Women's Advisory Council of the Bahamas, the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development, and the Department of Gender and Family Affairs. The Bahamas is an archipelago of islands connected by our faith in God and our culture. Each island still has a uniqueness that makes traveling around the Bahamas an adventure. Today, our journey takes us to Bimini. Let's meet our special guest, Mrs. Indira Russell. Welcome, Indira. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm feeling fine today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. And we salute you as we're celebrating National Women's Week. And tell us a little bit, who is Indira Russell? Tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay. I am, first of all, I'm a wife of 26 years, a mother of three children, all of whom have left the nest. They're all married and gone. So it's just me and my husband now at home. And so in the community, I wear several hats, stemming from way back. I'm a former early childhood educator. And so now I'm the center manager for urban renewal here. And
Okay.
that is just one of the hats that I wear. And also I'm a member of the local council where I serve as the deputy chief counselor.
Okay, so you're definitely a community woman starting from as an educator. They say the hand that rocks the world, what rocks the cradle, rocks the world. But I
Yes,
think it's teachers. I really think that it's teachers because that is the foundation for many of us is through education. That's where we adapt our socialization skills. And
yes.
so there's so many things that we can say to you and about you at this moment. But tell us a little bit more about your work in the community. You spoke about being an urban renewal center manager in Bimini. I know Bimini has been challenged most recently. For those who are watching us during COVID-19, there was a lockdown.
Yes.
And so your role in the community is very pivotal. Tell us
Yes.
a little bit more about your day to day activities with those two capacities as an urban renewal center manager and as a deputy chief counselor.
Okay, so as the urban renewal manager from day to day, we assist with the community. We work as a branch from social service. From time to time, there are shortcomings that people will need, and a lot of times they are not able to get the immediate attention from social service, and so that's where we would step in and assist wherever we can. We insist in revitalizing our community, bringing people together. We work with seniors in seniors programs. We work with the youth arm, doing summer camps and different outreach. And from time to time, we also would distribute care packages. And we also would take data in our community to see exactly where we are, what are the needs in our community, and where we can help and to make our community a better place.
Well, definitely you are a community builder. So, what motivated you to get involved in your community in the manner in which you are involved? Because what you're doing is making a difference in the lives of persons who, for that, for some reason or the other, they cannot assist themselves. So, what has motivated you to get involved in your community?
Well, I would definitely say my humble upbringings have I've always been interested in helping others. One of the things I think led me more to that, my mom, who is passed now, I've been the only child home for a very long time, and she was at the age, very old age when she had me, 46. And so, being at that age, from time to time, I became now as a parent to her because as life changed, I had to change with that. And so I had the care and the upbringing of going around with her as she visited with elderly people and move around in the community, serve the community. We had a community where we loved each other. We knew our neighbors. We knew our neighbors. And so we assisted each other. And so it's something that I think grew in me of reaching out and helping others. And so it was, I would say, very easy for me to adapt or to be from one stage to the next, where I work from being with young children to seniors. And I think that even my early experience in early childhood and even working with my mom and going with seniors has prepared me for where I am in urbans, because right now I still do most of the same thing: reach out to seniors, reach out to the young persons in the community.
Well, we salute your mother posthumously
Yes,
for the impression and influence she has had on your life. Because
yes.
Bimini is better because there is an Indira Russell who is out there reaching out in the community, not just from Urban Renewal Center, but also as a deputy chief counselor for that island. I know that comes with a heavy weight as well because it's basically taking care of the overall operations of the island. And so tell us a little bit more of that work experience for you.
Yes, well, we work as a team. There's a council. There are members of nine, so we work together in making the decisions that are best for our community. We help with the day-to-day running in terms of upkeeping of our public beaches and parks and the government buildings, and even assisting in the school area. Sometimes there are things that the children may need that we can assist with, and so we also assist them and others in the community, churches as well. And so, even though it may seem like a lot, it's doable. And once you are a person that wants the best for your community, it makes it even easier for you to go the extra mile, so it comes kind of natural for me to be able to assist my community in whichever way I can.
Wonderful. And I can tell I've been hearing some good reports coming in from Bimini. And so I applaud all of you, your team, and what it is that you're doing. Now, as a community builder, persons who wear that hat, they are givers. What fuels your fire to keep giving and keep going every day, in spite of the challenges that you yourself may be faced with? What fuels your fire to go every day?
The smiles on others' faces. I'm also a person who's been in the entrepreneur field, and so I run my own kitchen and I do a daily takeout as well. I'm not in operation now, but it's just like I am always in operation, because cooking and helping others seems to be therapy for me. And so even now, I would from time to time just cook, and I would just distribute to as many as I can in my community. And so when I look at our seniors program, when we first introduced that from Urban Renewal, it was just a joy to see the seniors being able to come out. Most of them used to go into church and that's all. And so we created an atmosphere where we took them and had a movie day on Valentine's to show extra love. And they appreciated that so much. And, I set it up where they had popcorn, hot dog, sodas. And of course, their children were calling and saying, my mom has diabetes, my mom, and I hope that, I said, well, they know they were coming to the movies and that's what they were expecting. And so they love that. And so just seeing the smile on others' faces makes me go. It just makes me go.
Oh, wow, that is just so warming to hear that because sometimes, like I said, as givers, it takes so much. And so sometimes when you don't get that appreciation or that thank you, you wonder if you still want to keep pushing on. But, you're doing a wonderful work on the island of Bimini. So
Thank you.
tell me, share with me what perhaps is one of your biggest highlights in working in your community, something that may have touched your heart, something that may have happened or an impact. share with us one of your highlight stories of your community work.
Okay, so even as the urban renewal manager, from time to time I'm called on from other parts of the government agencies to assist. And about a year ago, I got a call from the magistrate who was doing court work, and there was a young man who was having challenges and some issues. And instead of sending them off to prison, they called me and asked if I could assist in doing some community program with the young man. And so he came to the center, and we fed him every day, 2 meals a day, made sure that he was taken care of, gave him light work to do. And he had been here, I would say, about 7 days, maybe 5 to 7 days. And one day he just came to me and he said, Miss Russell, I believe that when I leave from here that I can go back into society and I can probably get a job. Because when I come here to you, I feel so welcome and you don't treat me any different. And just the way he expressed himself, it made me feel that I made a difference in his life. And even now, when he see me, he's still having a challenge, but I can see the respect that he holds for me, and he still wants to do better. And he tells me that I don't forget the kindness that you have shown to me. And so to be that impactful on someone's life when people would cast them away, sometimes, it really makes you feel good.
Well, I applaud you and the work that you have been doing and the influence you've had on that young man. And so look at it as a seed.
Yes,
You have planted a seed, and one day that harvest will be reaped. And I could only imagine how many seeds that you have planted in Bimini. And so we are expecting more great news to come out of the Northwest
yes,
from the impact that Indira Russell and her team is having and will continue to have in that community. And, as we share today and have our conversation about Eyes on Eve, Eve is known as the mother of all living things of life. And so you're bringing life and hope on the island of Bimini. And so we want to celebrate you as you go through your day to day. And sometimes we don't think about the things that we do because it just comes naturally to do it. But we
yes.
just want to stop and salute you for the work
Thank
that you are doing in Bimini and the impact that you are making in Bimini. And so, as we begin to wind down a little bit, I have another question for you. And that question is, what would you say to the women of Bimini in terms of advancing women in Bimini? What would you say to these women at this time?
Well, I'll go back to my humble beginnings. A lot of times, people would look down on women or any gender, maybe because they haven't done certain things that may require an uplift in terms of being a college graduate and all of that. And with all the hats and the roles that I played, I graduated from high school. I never went to college, but I never stopped there. Even as being an early childhood educator, I found ways to qualify myself through workshops, through reading, through other empowerments. And so it doesn't matter how you begin, but it's really how you end. And so you can continue, you can succeed, and you can be anything that you want to be.
Wow. I hope the women in Bimini are listening and the women from around the Bahamas are also listening because that is a powerful tool. It doesn't matter where you're at, it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And
Yes,
so that is encouraging because oftentimes we look at our conditions and we make assumptions and we judge our own selves to say that we cannot do it. But we
exactly.
know with God, all things are possible. And
Yes.
so I have a question that came in, and that question says, Indira, what would you say to your future self?
I would say continue. Reach for the stars, continue. There's no limit to what I can do. Even though I've done a lot, I believe that there is much more that can be done. And so I want to continue to be that impact, to inspire my community, to inspire the young ladies that are coming up, and to continue to be a support to the seniors that are still here, because they are the persons that we stand on their shoulders. And so we don't want to make the seniors feel any less because their age is catching up with them. And so I would continue to just press forward in making my community the best that it can be.
Well, we are quite certain that Bimini will be the best it can be because you have a heart for Bimini. You are passionate about what it is that you do. And particularly, I must say, there is something special in your heart for seniors. And
Yes.
so, once again, we salute you, we celebrate you and the work that you are doing in Bimini. And we encourage you to continue doing what you're doing and to continue to shine and make a difference. So, because we want you to know we see you. We
Yes.
see your work and we see your worth. And so I want to say to our viewing audience, thank you for joining us here today on RBN TV as we have been journeying around the islands of the Bahamas. So far, we have been to Grand Bahama and we stop over in Bimini, and we're going to take this all the way through to Central and into South Bahamas, the southern islands of the Bahamas as well. So continue, stay with us as we continue to bring you more stories from women around the islands and what they are doing and how they are making a difference here in the Bahamas.
Thank you for tuning in to RBN TV, your Bahamian inspired and globally focused YouTube channel where we are empowering lives and transforming communities. Stay connected to us through our Facebook page, Instagram page, or here on YouTube. Thank you once again for joining us and see you again real soon. God bless.